Hey, 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 everybody. Pop up live stream. Surprise, surprise. Man, I got some exciting news to share with you guys. Um, some amazing stuff to share with you, show you. We are going to give it just a minute or two to send some notifications out and let people know I'm live. I probably will not be live for very long. 5, 10, 15 minutes, give or take. But we will give it a minute here, give it 2 minutes, let it send those notifications out, and we will see if we could get anyone here in the house for today's short little live stream. It is a Thursday, so I'm not sure what everyone's schedules look like, as I don't think I've ever done a live stream on a Thursday from what my memory can recall. But what the heck, like I said, I have some very exciting things to share. So I want to fire it up. Okay, so we're coming up on 2 minutes here. I'm gonna get started, and if people jump in during the live, absolutely fine as always. So many of you may have seen me talking in Captain Jack's um, comments over the last week, even the last month, because they've been hinting at it. But for those who haven't, I am referring to the Red Bull 400, the steepest race on the planet. Now, back in 2019, I actually ran this race. Give me just a moment here and I will pull up some photos. I will present my screen. And we are going to do this so I can share my audio later on. But for the time being, so hi Georgianne, thank you for stopping in. We are just taking a moment because the Red Bull 400, the steepest race on the planet, is officially making a comeback to Copper Peak. Now, Copper Peak is that ski jump some of you may recall. This past fall, I shared a couple pictures of it. And every fall, I tend to bring a couple college students there and do some fall colors. I'm pretty sure I've done a video both on Copper Peak by itself, but I've also done a video talking about this experience right here. So with that, I'm not going to discuss my experience back in 2019 too much. Excuse me. I'm not. Captain, welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. This is the race I've been telling you about, Captain. So, yeah, if you guys have not seen it already, I do have a video that kind of talks more in depth about my experience participating in this race back in 2019. But, hey, Diane, thank you for stopping in. Welcome. This race back then, what I can tell you was it was my first year in college. I was 20 years old and I was not the athletic type in any way, shape, or form. This is one of my favorite pictures of me personally. Not even race specific. Out of all the pictures I've got of me, like being on different continents and all the crazy stuff I've done, this right here is one of my favorite photos. it just symbolizes really how much discomfort I had in that moment. But really pushing through. You can see there's two people behind me. Um, Back then, really, this person kept stopping every time I was about to lose my breath, basically. So I'd be like, sweet, I get to catch my breath now. And eventually I kind of got sick of it because he was stopping and stopping and stopping, and I was last in line. So, year one, I'm thinking I'm just going to do the hill. And then the following year, I'll do the full thing and we'll see what my time's at. And at that point of guy stopping, 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 I remember whispering to myself, fuck it. I jumped across the net and I was like, I can do better. And I gave it my all. So we go all the way up the hill, and then the second portion goes all the way up the jump. And I do have some videos later on so you guys can see exactly the height, how steep it is, etc. You really get a good impression based off the videos. But as I was saying, I am not the athletic type in any way, shape, or form back in 2019. And it was a spur of the moment thing. I I mean those shoes even. Those are my everyday shoes. They're not running shoes, they're nothing, everyday sneakers. Um just absolutely out of my mind. You can see a little bit of the discomfort on my face there. And back then, I think it's important to note I had never even heard of the channel Yes Theory or the whole seek discomfort message. But I remember posting a picture, and let me see here. I remember posting this one. And I posted this picture on my Instagram, and I said, don't, what was it? Don't limit your challenge. Don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. And the morning of, I woke up, no training, not athletic, and I woke up and I had a sick stomach. Something that, you know, is not out of the ordinary for me in the mornings, unfortunately. So my grandma Shar and my aunt Karen were actually going to go watch the race. And when they found out that I wasn't racing anymore, they decided not to go. Similar to my mom's side of the family, my mom, my sister, my stepdad, they chose not to go because I wasn't feeling good. And I said, you know what? I paid $65. I'm just going to go grab my t shirt. I'm going to go grab the lunch because that was included with my ticket. I might as well get a little bit of my money's worth. And I get there, I'm still feeling sick. And in the moment, I said, screw it. And I signed up. Well, not signed up, but I committed. We're going to do this. I went into the little porta potties they had there. I threw the Red Bull 400 shirt on because like I said, I was not planning on running. I did not have the proper gear at all. I went to Walmart, bought these gloves quick, and that was my post. I posted that quick, and everyone was shocked that I was going to do this. Um, and you could just see how small that is already to give you a little bit of an idea. So there we go. That's the guy I was stuck behind. He kept stopping every time. That discomfort. I used to hate this photo so much, but I truly love it now because even the guy in the background there, you can tell just full discomfort. Um, and for me, people say your legs burn, that this is extremely painful. Um, and for me, back then, the trickiest part was just controlling my breathing. I was constantly running out of breath. So I could not go anymore. I was out of breath. I could not breathe. So I was constantly stopping to catch my breath. But my legs, they didn't burn. They shook. They shook afterwards. When I got up to the top, they said, "Hey, you want to take the elevator down?" I said, "Nope, I'm going to walk all the way down," because I just committed. I fully committed. I got up to the top of the hill and I heard in the back of my head, not in person, but in the back of my head, I heard one of my high school teachers who did this race the year before. And I heard him saying, the hill is the worst part. The hill is the worst part. And I remember seeing that I was halfway ahead of my group. So I remember just downing that water. And the rule is you can step off and call it quits right there, or you can get onto the jump. But the second you step foot on the jump, you got to finish. So you can see I did not give myself a break there. I just kept going, and I was so discomfort. But I did not let it stop me in any way, shape, or form. So that is some photos and a little bit of the story from 2019. So I see Georgianne saying, at least you get out there and do it, Kobe. That's an accomplishment. And man, I'm crazy. You guys know this already. I'm crazy. So back then, I finished 12 minutes, 58.9 seconds. And I believe I was in the top half of all participants. With no training, spur of the moment, was feeling sick, didn't think I was going to race. So a sick stomach, just all of that stuff going on. I see a couple others joining in. Thank you guys for joining in here. A quick pop up. I appreciate it. I know it was unexpected, so appreciate you taking some time to join us here. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. The steepest race in the world. No training. So crazy. Why am I bringing this up now? Well, that's because they canceled it for 2020. I was determined. You know what? I finished it my first year. I wasn't even planning on that. So, you know what? I'm going to really try next year and I'm going to get it under 8 minutes. And I trained. I started running up the ski hill here at the college. We have a building that's 3 flights of stairs. I loaded up my backpack, and man, those stairs as is are a killer. People talk about it all the time. I've heard it the 8 years I've been attending this college. I don't know what it is. The stairs are horrible. They really take your breath away. So the train, I also took my backpack. I loaded it up with 120 pounds worth of things, and I used to run up and down, up and down, up and down, 3 flights of stairs over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I was training, and I thought, man, under 8 minutes, we're going to get this. I am going to do this. I will be able to do this. Like, I'm really committing. There's a lot of potential here. Some people even thought I could be a finalist if I really put my mind to it. And I was so hyped up. And then obviously, 2020, you guys know what happened. The pandemic. The race gets postponed again and again and again. Here we are. The race is supposed to take place in September. Okay, I'm cool with that. It'll probably be a little bit cooler than it was back in 2019 when I first took part in this race. And if we're lucky, we might get some fall colors. So I'm okay with that. Obviously, the pandemic did not finish September 2020. It lasted a lot longer than everyone had hoped and anticipated. So the race ended up getting canceled. they sent us a little care package to try to make up for that, with a selfie stick, some Red Bull, etc. I forgot to show you guys. Here is my medal for finishing the race. And man, I've had that thing every single time the college does a trip to Copper Peak. I wear this medal. I wear the t-shirt. That medal, it's always like, I'm looking right now, even give me a second here. The way it was, I couldn't unzip it, but a lot of these pictures you will see a pink little whatever wristband, we'll call it. Still got it. I very carefully cut it off and made it so it has the Red Bull and the logo on there. So that wristband in that picture I still have here, and it's proudly displayed where I see it every single day. So now, fast forward all these years, I've been talking to oh, Georgianne can't see it. My bad, guys. Let me see here. Nothing too fancy. Strategically cut it so it still has the logo on there and still have this as well as the medal displayed. So, pandemic happens, and the Red Bull 400 had a contract with Copper Peak, the ski hill, that they were going to do the Red Bull 400 for 6 years total. Well, once the pandemic, we'll say, goes away, lightens up, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. People started reaching out, including me. Are we going to be doing the Red Bull again? Are they bringing it back? Are they bringing it back? And Copper Peak always said, no, we would love to, no. Red Bull's just not interested, etc., etc. And then to kick in the new year, they started teasing it. We got some exciting news about the Red Bull 400. They made a post thinking about the Red Bull 400, or thinking about sunny days like the Red Bull 400 in 2019. 24 hours later, they delete the post. They tease it, they tease it, they tease it, and then 2 days ago, they officially announce it's coming back. So I want to take a moment and I want to show you guys a couple videos here. First year of the race, 2018. Second year of the race, 2019. And now, 2025. 3 recruiting type videos to get people hyped up, to really display the challenge. And these are directly from Red Bull, from Copper Peak. These are the marketing videos for the challenges. So I am going to hop off of the screen completely, and we will check out these videos so you guys can see exactly how challenging this race is.
Ironwood was what I would call the epicenter of international ski jumping in the period from 1911 to 1913. Copper Peak is pretty much known throughout the world. It is the biggest one in the world. There's nothing like it to be found anywhere, period.
The athletic feats achieved here are the distances that were jumped. Anything we do in this area, I don't care if it's a cross-country race, dog race, it doesn't make any difference. There's always the competition. It's stood there since 1969. We've had 10 meets through 1994. Since then, it has been there has been no competitions, and the next competition will be the Red Bull 400.
One of the things I'm excited about this event is just being a part of the history that the jump has. The Red Bull 400 is, to me, I believe, the ultimate test of any fitness level. The key is completing this to keep pushing. If you can endure this, why can't you go out there and attack life the same way? I would say the biggest challenge that athlete face is the steepness of the hill. And if you haven't trained on that hill before, you don't know what to expect. Once it gets to that point where you just know the rest of the race is going to be rough, it's going to be brutal, you just have to pretty much take it as it is and just go. Once you get to the finish line, your heart's just beating like 200 beats per minute. Tell myself, you did it though. No matter how hard it was, you did it.
It's the perfect mixture between pain and happiness.
How's it feel to be done?
Amazing.
So those are the 3 marketing videos. So as you can see, lots of people are crawling. And that is a great question right there. What I can tell you is the Red Bull 400 basically stands for 400 meters. So the total distance is 400 meters. The incline, the angle of the incline, let's see, hold on. I got it up on the website right now. The principle is simple. Participants start at the bottom of the ski jump and race 400 meters uphill for a total of 40 stories. And man, I want to know, that is one thing I've been trying to find out. Many years ago, they told us what the angle of the incline was, and it was ridiculous. The Red Bull 400 at Copper Peak in Ironwood, Michigan has an incline of up to 40 degrees. A 400-meter uphill sprint of 40 stories with a 40-degree incline. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, what was I going to mention too? 400 meters, 40 stories, 40. That's actually really easy to remember. 400, 40, 40. 400 meters, 40 stories, 40-degree incline. I lost what else I was going to say. What I will mention is this whole event will be live streamed, not here, but on Red Bull. It'll be live streamed on Red Bull's TV for free. At least it was in the past. So I'm assuming it's gonna be the same. And you could watch me live. I will wear my GoPro this year. So I will be doing a video afterwards from my point of view racing up this. And man, it's going to be insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, I'm older now. I weigh a little bit more, and you guys know all too well I have physical health issues now. You know, I've had some physical health issues like back problems for years. That didn't mess with the race. This problem where today, the day 5 minutes before I sign up to participate in this race, 5 minutes before I fill in the registration form, I'm having a physical flare up and I could barely walk. And yet I'm going to do this. We have a long way to go. I think the last 2 months, give or take, I more or less have been pain-free. My physical flare-ups have been very minimal. I've been on track with certain things, and it's really been working. And Machu Picchu was a perfect example of that because those hikes were significantly difficult. I mean, the shortest hike we did there at one point at Machu Picchu specifically was 1,300 foot elevation change, 2 miles total. Man, that killed me. So, I know the tricks I'm using worked for that because I was able to participate in it and finish still. And when I was doing those hikes in Machu Picchu, I noticed 2 things. One, going up, the hardest part is the breathing again. Even here we are 5 years, 6 years later, 6 years after I participated in it, and the hardest part is controlling my breathing. I run out of breath. And then I have to stop to catch my breath because I can't breathe. That on those hikes was the hardest part going up. On the way down, that's when your legs burn. At least that's how it is for me. And that's very similar to how it was back when I did this in 2019. My legs were shaking at the end, but you know what? You don't have to go all the way to the bottom. And I'm not going to. I'm going to do exactly what I did the first time. I'm going to walk down the jump. I'm not going to take the elevator because tough it out. I'm a champ. Let's go. We're going to walk down the jump. And once I get off that jump, I'm going to grab my medal and I'm going to lay down in the grass and just look up at the beautiful blue sky, sunshine on my face, and I'm just going to sit there and relax for a little bit. But that's the trick. I have physical health issues. So right now, today's a rough day because I've been running a couple miles over the last couple weeks. That's right. I'm back. I'm running again. For the first time in years, I'm physically capable of running. So we're going to keep pushing my boundaries. We're going to keep, when I say pushing boundaries, we're going to do it appropriately. We're not going to overdo it because we do not want to cause permanent, they're already permanent. We do not want to worsen my conditions. But the fact that I could run and 2 years ago I couldn't run at all, that's significant. So We are going to do this again on May 10th. My race will be at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. I will share all this information again when we get there, but I want to share it with you guys now because I am very excited for this and I am on a mission. I'm on a mission that even though I've gone through a lot, even though I'm dealing with physical pain, even though I'm older, I'm going to get under 8 minutes. I am going to almost cut my time in half. And I will share the live stream with you guys. And like I said, I will wear my GoPro. And man, I will show you guys all the way to the top. The one thing, this is what I was going to mention. Did you guys notice how in a lot of the photos and videos, people are practically crawling? That's how steep it is. That's how steep that 40% incline is. It is so steep that you practically cannot physically run up it like you normally would run. You basically have to crawl. They have to put fishing nets down to help you crawl up it. It is that steep. Now, there are strategies to that. Strategies that I will not share here, not now, because if someone happens to watch this video and runs in it themselves, I'm not sharing my secrets with you. I had to learn the hard way. You do too. Afterwards, I might share a little bit of my secrets, but it's happening. We are doing this. Again, I'm on a mission. So, I was telling Captain Jack, if, for example, you're looking for a nice spring/summer road trip, if you want to come on up to the Upper Peninsula and join me up here, May 10th, it is free to spectate, free parking. So, I will be here participating. Otherwise, I will share the live stream with you guys, share a video afterwards. This is going to be interesting. And just know that in the background, I know like I've been doing live streams on Sundays where I'm just gaming, not live streams like this recently. Just know in the background, it's college stuff. Like we got job stuff galore right now. It's just that time of year. We got summer camps I need to get ready for, budgeting for next year, starting to recruit for next year. We have life stuff going on, very big life stuff going on that I'll be sharing with you guys eventually. We have, graduation. That's going to be the tricky part. So May 10th is the race. Graduation is May 9th. So that is going to be a very, very hectic week for me. And that is an understatement. So May 9th, I have to figure out a way to get our packets. I need to go to graduation. May 10th, everyone has until noon to get out of the building, move out. And then at 2:30, I'll be racing. So it is going to be, welcome in, Billy Bob. Thank you for stopping in. It's going to be crazy. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you guys, and I'm just struggling. I'm drawing blanks here because I'm so like, oh my God, this is happening. I can say if you go to Google, type in Red Bull 400 Copper Peak. If anyone wants to race in it, Kyle, Nate, Captain Jack. Let's have a reunion for Log Slide. If anyone does actually want to participate in this, if you Google that, it'll bring you to that website I showed you. It is $65 to participate. And based off my prior experience, that includes a t-shirt, that includes photos, a lunch, unlimited Red Bull. If you finish the full thing, no matter your time, if you finish it all, that includes a medal for you. So it's $65. That's the price, no matter what. And then again, 2:30 is when I'm racing. So if you want to race alongside me, absolutely. Which that's what I was going to tell you guys. So to end the live stream here, the last thing I can add to this exciting announcement is that I have worked with several members of the college here, my coworkers, and we are going to be sponsoring a couple students as well. So right now, one of my RAs, he is going to be racing in it. He is going to participate in it. We're going to have him decked out in some GCC gear. The college name, Go Gibbet Community College, GCC. We're going to have him decked out in college gear. And he's going to be racing in it as well. And then I have a coworker right now that's setting up flyers, etc. And we're going to sponsor 3 other people. So if we can find some students that are interested, I'm excited to share that with them. And we're also going to try to book at the same time. So, coworkers are going to be there cheering me on, cheering the students on. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. I see Captain Jack saying, how about Log Slide in August sometime around Schoolie UP? That's an idea. That's an idea. I know Captain Jack said he's not going to be able to make it here. So, for me, for this race, and that's okay, but I had to put it out there. I just got to put this stuff out there because I don't want to not, and then somebody's like, Kobe, why didn't you say anything? Yeah, so it's going to be me with potentially 4 other students, our coworkers, teachers, professors, etc. The live stream, man, cannot wait. And with that being said, this live stream went actually quite a bit longer than I anticipated. But man, got to get hyped up, got to get going. So thank you guys for tuning in. Everyone have a great night. And 5:30 Central, I have to go run a couple miles. So take care, everyone. And don't forget, Captain Jack's going live on Saturday. I will be live on Sunday. See you guys then.